Hello everyone, it's just me here. I will be talking about the finale of Attack on Titan. I'll be talking about my experience with the show itself, my introduction to the series, and how it helped me become more of an anime fan than how I became more like I was always like a moderate anime fan, but this show but this is one of the series that really got me into the series itself. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that. Yeah, my introduction to the story of Attack on Titan was through this. Yes, this was a PS4 game where you played as the characters of Attack on Titan, and you played as all the great characters: Levi, Eren, Mikasa, all those people. And yeah, this is my first introduction to the story, and I was very confused about the entire series because I saw it all from the perspective of a game that didn't really cover the story pretty well. You know what I mean? And yeah, so basically, I played this game, and then I went to go watch the original series after that, and I was like completely blown away. I've always been like a more anime fan, but I never really got into this genre myself. There were three shows that really like brought me into this anime genre. There was Attack on Titan, Black Lagoon, and Cowboy Bebop. These are the series that really brought me into anime and manga and all that stuff. So yeah, it was really nice to. So yeah, these stories, these like masterpieces of stories, are the what's got me into the genre itself and all that. Oh, and also Attack on Titan. I forgot. I'm not Attack on Titan. My Hero Academia. So yeah, My Hero Academia was a shonen show that really got me back into anime and manga. You know what I mean? And I remember, and my first like watching the second season of the show was I watched it with a friend of mine who brought over a CD of the second season. And I watched it with him, and I watched the experience with him. It's not going to be good, by the way. It's just going to be rambling on about what I think of the show and series. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I was introduced through the series, and I watched the second season with my buddy, and I was shocked by all the great twists and turns and all that. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was introduced to I watched the third season. Yeah, I watched the third season. That's when I was getting into it. That's when I became like a hardcore like fanboy of the series. Around season 3. I became a hardcore fan of the series during season 3. And so yeah, I became like I would have a new exception over like every few months, like whether it be a new show or a movie or whatever. This was one of my new obsessions with the series. It was this right here. And let me think. I gotta remember, when did I get into the manga? I don't remember. Was it before season 4 or after? I gotta remember. I gotta remember. Was it before season 4 or after? I don't remember. But yeah, I got into the manga and started reading the manga. It's funny. There was just like one like spoilers for the series. There was this one like chapter where Eren but yeah, there's this, you know, that scene in the fourth season of Attack on Titan where Levi sort of like stops chopping off at Zeke, and he's chopping off, and Zeke like sets off the missile and it blows up the entire cart, and you have Levi sort of like flown away. I remember when I read that in the manga, and that was a new chapter first came out. Everyone was freaking out of it over Twitter. Like, everyone was obsessed with it. Everyone was freaking out. Everyone was actually scared that Levi was going to die. Everyone was afraid that Levi was going to die, because this is a moment where, yeah, this wasn't like, oh, the manga says he lives, whatever. This was full frontal, like, oh, is he gonna die? And a lot of people were freaking out about it, which I thought was very funny and very interesting. And even I was a bit confused, like, oh shit, is he gonna kill Levi? I thought if Isayama kills Levi, that would be the most ballsy things I've ever seen a mangaka do. Alright. Sorry. But yeah, I read the manga. I kept up with each chapter. Now, what did I think of the ending? When it first came out, when the ending first came out for the manga, I was a bit disappointed. And I thought, wait, this is it? A lot of people were feeling the same way I was feeling. I thought we were pretty disappointed by the last chapter. And I remember Isayama released like more of the chapter because there was more to be explored, and that didn't go too well either. Like, it was rejected a lot harsher by the fans than the first one. And like the first like final chapter was like very like criticized and left a lot of people confused. Second, more of it was like heavily criticized by the entire like community. They thought it was very out of character. They thought it was weird. They thought it was a complete misstep. They thought it was like a fumbling of so many great things. And a lot of people left disappointed by it. I was the same way too. And I thought, I wonder if the anime is going to fix the problems I had with the ending. It kind of did, to be honest. It kind of fixed some dialogue things. Some things I would have changed for the better. And most of all, I do think they stuck the landing pretty well. I do think they stuck the ending like pretty well, and all things considered. And all that. And but yeah, I'm really grateful to this show. I'm really grateful for this series. I'm really grateful for the characters. That really, one of the best things to help me get into anime was this series, and I was a huge fan of this show, and I'm glad I got into it and experienced it. And even though I have my own criticisms of the ending, I'm glad it ended in such a satisfying sort of way, considering how much it was built up. And I really appreciate it, and I have much love towards everyone who worked on it, the creator, the animator, and I really have a lot of respect for everyone who worked on this. I grew up with this show. This show was really like impacted me a lot as a person growing up. This show really got into me as a person. This show helped me grow as a person. And for a lot of people growing up, they always have that one show that a lot of people are very passionate about. That big series that they grew up with. Some have like Harry Potter. Some have Naruto. Some have One Piece. This was my show, you know what I mean? This was the show that I grew up with. This show that really got me in the fields. This was really passionate about me. That helped me, make me grow as a person. This was this series. It got me into manga too. You know, it's one of the few like shows manga that I actually read. Yeah, crazy, right? So yeah. I'm really happy that I really got into this story. I'm really happy that this ended on such a, I say, satisfying. And even though it kind of missed the landing a few times, I do appreciate that it ended the way it did. Anyway, that's about it. Much love to the creator Isama. Much love to everyone. Much love to the voice actors. You all gave it your heart all on this one, and I could not ask for something better. Thank you. Have a good day. God bless.